Okay, good morning to whoever the other person is. What I'm checking right now is to see what the lag time is between my other account and the live stream. So give me 1 second here to text my, or to comment on my own video. Okay, good morning to. Looks like it's about a 30-second delay, at least according to the video on my screen. I'm going to edit all this stuff out later, just need to check it out. 10-second delay. All right, that's not too bad. All right, so hello me. Yeah, so this video, other than that little test that I was just running, was to show you my BakeBox that I bought. And I chose number 1. And let's see if that's showing up as it's supposed to. So yeah, I picked number 1. BakeBox. Bake the Snake was having a bunch of what he called bake boxes, mystery boxes that he had for sale. So I already opened mine because I figured that I would just save a little bit of time and, you know, all that frustration that comes. So it came in this, and it was very well packaged. So, like, consider this as though it was taped shut. And then within here, after I got that out, see these hardwood boards? And they had these pull tabs on them, so boom, just like that. So well protected. I was pretty jazzed about that. Even just these boards themselves, because here's the bottom one. Even just those, like, I can reuse these when I'm shipping out something that's extremely high value. I mean, not that I even own anything that's extremely high value, but, you know, just if anything like that ever comes up, I will be ready. Okay, so I've already put them in order based on, you know, what I consider to be the value. I already have Sideways 1 and 2, so this is actually perfect. It's almost like psychic that he sent this to me. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I already have a copy of this, so I'll probably just throw it in as like a freebie for somebody maybe after our next auction, which is March 5th. Shameless self-promotion right there. Got Warlord number 56. I don't really collect these, but I enjoy the couple that I have. It's just a different take on some things like what I consider to be comics, you know. Flash number 51. I don't know anything about this, but I look forward to checking it out anyway. And I don't know anything about Scarlet Spider, really, like I should at this point in my life, but I don't. So this is number 18 from... I know it says somewhere. I think it's like 2017, 2018. Then we got this I am not familiar with at all, which is, by the way, appreciated. Oh, hey, I've got some people here. Hey, Tommy, hey, Doomsday Comics. You probably just now, Doomsday Comics, hit your 500 mark, so I'm going to say congratulations just ahead of time. And hey, Biggie Shack. Good to see a couple people made it. Yeah, I'm just testing out this OBS and live stream and everything, and I think for my next auction I am going to do things this way, but I have to have an understanding with everybody that there's going to be a 10-second delay. So that's at least according to... I'm going to try this again. This is my other personal account, and I'm just messaging on the comments to see how long it takes to show up. Alright, that was actually more like 4 seconds, 5 seconds, so not too bad. Alright, so, Motherlands, number 3. Completely unfamiliar with this, and as I was just saying, I do appreciate the stuff that I have no idea about. Hello, Stevie. I'm assuming that you got my Instagram message about the fact that I cannot see where your package is on the tracking, and I'm hoping that it shows up for you if you go on Canada Post website or maybe even USPS. Alright, so, Sex, Death, Revolution, number 1. I like the Black Mask comics that I've got. They're an excellent publishing company, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out too. And then, you know, I'm thinking that I put these in the wrong order, because as you might have noticed, I'm kind of escalating in my, because I've already gone through this, but Enemy Ace. That's Star Spangled War Stories, number 139. I took this out of the bag. I should have put it directly into a Mylar. But it's in pretty solid shape considering. Yeah, so I was super jazzed about that because it just so happens it's sort of my wheelhouse is the Silver Age. It doesn't even matter what kind of Silver Age, to be honest. I just I dig the feel. So yeah, I'm assessing that at like at least a 5.0. Boom. And then this is the other one. Haha. So this is Tales of the Teen Titans Annual #3, and that's the second appearance of Nightwing. And that's about all I know about that. I read the majority of it, but I would like to read the first appearance first, or maybe the entire Judas contract. But either way, so excited about that, Bake. Thank you very much. I consider this to be like one of your winners, right? Because I consider it to be. I know that even including the shipping that I had to pay to get this box here, I would still consider it well worth what I paid for it. And yeah. Oh, and I'm just reading the comments now. I'm a little behind. But Bake just said it's the origin of Enemy Ace. So that's really rad. I looked it up, I gotta be honest, on Comic Book Realm, as though the value of the comic isn't its nostalgic value. And yeah, it's a high price book. So, very cool. And then, yeah, Spawn, Blood, and Shadows. To be honest, I'm not a big Spawn person, but I think that this is an excellent way to get started. It's by Paul Jenkins, too, and I'm a big fan of his. So, it's like one of these trade paperback-ish kind of things, like an oversized. So, that's it for the Bake Box. Thank you, Bake. Or Tommy, or whatever you prefer to be called. Now, I did buy another box, and I'm going to have to do a video on the global shipping program, because there's some stuff that people don't know about it, and I've been doing some research, and yeah, it's a scam. It's a very direct statement, and it's contentious and polarizing, and a lot of people will disagree, but it is a scam. And I'm going to do a video that describes all the research that I did on that and everything. So, this is, luckily, the seller was willing to work with me on this. It's only 4 books that I bought, but they're good ones in my opinion, and he was willing to work with me on the shipping cost. So, first off, this was selling as like a single unit. We got Marvel Fanfare #10. It's got a couple spine ticks, and it's got like one of those, you know, when the wear is on the entire spine. Not that big a deal. I bought it mostly just to read it and to have it. However, I got reconsidering because my auction was sort of cut short. Hey Farley, welcome to the chat. And yes, I am live early because I just happened to get a day off, and it looks like I'm actually going to be off today. So I figured that I would fit it in now just in case I get called in. And there's number 11 of Marvel Fanfare. These are 2 Black Widow keys, and they're generally pretty hot right now, especially as the set. So I got a wicked price on these, which is good, and I'll get back to these in a second, which is good because I got this, and I thought it was such an awesome price for what I got. Those of you who don't know, this is the first appearance of Rogue. So excited to get the price that I did. And then I got it. And I don't know if anybody can see this, but it has so very clearly been trimmed. And not very well, I might add. Whoever trimmed it, and I don't think it was the person who was selling it. He seems to know his stuff. And he did say low grade, so it's completely my fault that I bought this book. And, you know, frankly, as a reader, I mean, I need a magnifying glass because the inks are so faded and the print is so small. It's actually not that bad for the most part, but things like this, you know, can't really read that. Just because it's a little bit smudged and it's a little bit faded. But whoever trimmed it it almost looks like they used a bandsaw or something. Like, it's not like it's that bad, but, you know, it's pretty rough on the trimming side of things. It's not smooth at all. And it's very clear, like Iron Man's head is cut off, the exclamation point is cut off. And I know that if it was off-center, that would be understandable, but it's not. And if you compare it up against another book that's supposed to be around the same size, you can see just how egregious that cut is. You see that? But either way, I guess yeah, safety scissors, Biggie Shack says. Absolutely. So, there's that. This is the big one, which of course you've seen underneath it. But yeah, I finally got a copy of Captain Marvel number 14. That's the first cameo appearance of Kamala Khan. So now I officially have all the Kamala keys and all of the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, except for the. Well, I mean, Ms. Marvel doesn't really count as Captain Marvel, but I officially have every single issue of Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. So that's at that one. And this, it wasn't a wicked sweet deal, but it was still a sweet deal considering how hard a book it is to find. Not graded, because everybody, as soon as the fever started on this book, everybody started getting it graded. So I actually want a copy that I can read very, very carefully, because it's a pricey book. So there's that, and the deal I got on that kind of makes up for this, and the deal I got on these definitely makes up for that Avengers Annual number 10. So the reason that I had these is because I didn't get a chance to put these up for auction on my last auction. So they're going to be going up on March 5th. And I'm considering, because this is the first appearance of Ursa Major, this is the second appearance of Ursa Major slash Soviet super soldiers, I was thinking that I might pair them up to make like a mega Black Widow lot for the upcoming movie. But we'll see. Like, obviously that's almost a month away. So there's that. And then just making sure that I'm not forgetting anybody in the comments here. And yeah, Rob Boswell, I also love that Spawn. I took a flip through just to look at the art and the writing style, and it looks like a solid read. The art is definitely up there and unique. So, looking forward to that. Okay, I think I'm all caught up here. And yeah, this, so a couple days later, this was a mega sweet deal. But not only did I get Captain Marvel 14 as a raw copy, I also got it here in an 8.0. And because 8.0, most people who are buying CGC want it as like a 9.2 for an older book, and then it's got to be 9.6 or a 9.8 for a book this modern. And because I was willing to compromise on that, I got way below general, what do they call that, fair market value? Or fair market pricing, whatever. It was definitely well worth it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. If I was to sell it for a charity auction, I would have to take back my initial investment, because it was just a little more than I normally would be willing to spend on a comic book. But then again, CGC, right? It costs $30 US to submit a CGC book and get it back. So, you know, that in itself, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I spent. But I'm going to say that's it. I really just had to check the delay and see if I could do this whole second camera thing for my next auction on March 5th. So far, we've got some awesome entries into my contest. If you're not familiar with it, it is, just go to my channel and it's there. It's the second to most recent video that I released. And the prize is pretty decent. Speaking of auctions, you'll see what I'm talking about if you go and watch that. Also, it's on Instagram, so go follow me on Instagram at comics.altruism, Comics Altruism with a dot in between. Okay, thanks everybody for stopping by. That turned into a chat when I wasn't expecting. I'm also going to do this before I go back to my other cam, see how that looks in the live replay. Okay, it looks like the delay is kind of like all over the place, because it was 4 seconds a little while ago. Now it looks like it's well over 15 seconds. Yeah, okay, that was a huge delay. I'll have to figure that out. I might have to plug directly into my modem or whatever when I do my live stream for March 5th. Anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the show.